The Deal News Podcast, episode 237 for November 28th, a Black Friday retrospective. I'm joined by Dan and Lewis. Hey, guys.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, guys.
How's it going?
Relief.
Yeah.
We survived. We made it.
Still tired, and I'm looking forward to my first shave after Thanksgiving.
Oh, is it like a playoff beard that some people do during the playoffs? Were you like, I'm not going to shave for the entire Black Friday weekend?
Well, it wasn't really a conscious decision. It was like I just didn't have time to shave.
Whatever you're talking about. This certainly wasn't a busy time of year or anything.
No, not at all.
Yeah. I didn't have time to get my hair cut. I don't know if you could tell, but it's very long. You didn't shave. Lewis, what didn't you do?
I didn't shower.
I am so glad this is by
Exactly. Which is why he's in a room all by himself.
Yes, exactly.
The window open, fans on. No. All right, let's see. We got some listener mail. This kind of touches on something that we had talked about before. I wanted to share it, especially because we are entering into the holiday season now where people are going to be mailing things. This email comes from Brent B. He says, Jeff, you're wasting your time turning cardboard boxes inside out to reuse them. This is based on a story where I said that when I mail something at the post office, I actually take the box apart, turn inside out so that it doesn't have any labels on it or anything. So he responds to this. I deliver mail and listen to the podcast while doing so, only when safe, of course. Which I don't really understand. When is it not safe to deliver mail? There must be more to being a mailman than I understand.
Oh, I thought he meant only when a safe time to listen to the podcast. That's what I was thinking.
That's probably more along the lines of what he meant. I heard you say that you turn boxes inside out because markings aren't allowed on boxes being shipped. All you need to do is cover or remove any old shipping labels and warning labels like the ones on the plutonium you get off eBay. Any other writing or markings are okay. People use all sorts of old cardboard boxes to ship with, like U-Haul boxes or shoe boxes, so reusing an Amazon box is really a better choice that a lot of people make. Keep up the great work, and I'll be listening for the podcast, Brent B. Well, I only started turning boxes inside out because I brought a box to mail down to the post office, which is close, but, I have to use up my lunch break to get there and back. And the woman behind the counter was just like, nope, you can't send this, not at all. Yeah. Yeah, and it was because it was like an Amazon box. And I had scribbled over the logo, and she's like, no, you can't send this. Maybe she was just fooling with me. Maybe she just wanted to see if I would walk all the way home and come back to me.
Probably.
Yeah. They're not very happy at the post office.
Yeah. Normally they are at mine, so I wasn't looking for anyone to scam me at the post office into taking a walk. But so good tip to know. You don't have to be so overly cautious about it.
Well, when you said that, I'd stopped myself because I have taken stuff down to the post office and reused boxes before, and just actually not even gone to the trouble of scraping off the Amazon thing on the side or whatever. I usually just put the shipping label over the other label and make sure that none of the other barcodes are showing, and they took it fine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I do too much. I was tricked. I will never do that again.
We won't get fooled again.
I will not. I don't know. I'll probably still turn them inside out. I like doing it. It's like an afternoon project. Turn a box inside out. I don't know. Something about it appeals to me. All right, let's get into our Black Friday follow-up now. Thanks again, Brent B, for writing in. That was awesome. But on to Black Friday. Let's see. What did you guys buy? Did you buy anything during Black Friday? We sit around doing deals all day. Things come across our site all day, every minute of every hour. Was there anything that you bit and bought? Lewis, did you get your tablet? You said you wanted to get a tablet.
Yeah.
I didn't, and the reason I didn't is because I got greedy. I wanted a bundle. I wanted a good bundle deal. I wanted to buy it directly from Amazon. I wanted the the Kindle Paperwhite, and I was like, oh, Kindle Paperwhite with let's say with a $20 gift card. That was really the deal I really wanted, and I didn't see it at Amazon. And then I was like, all right, whatever. Maybe it'll come over the weekend or maybe Cyber Monday. So Saturday came, Sunday came, and then I noticed that on Sunday, I think Sunday and Monday, Best Buy had that deal where if you spend $200, you get a $25 credit. via email, and I was like, oh, that actually works out because I could buy the Kindle Paperwhite and some other crap and get a $25 credit.
Right.
And of course, I waited too long, and then they were all sold out.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, Best Buy completely sold out of the Paperwhite. They only have it in store, and there's only one store in Queens, and I was like, I don't want to go to Queens for a Kindle.
No one does. No one does.
No.
I kid,
Yeah.
Queens. I love you. I love
And
you.
Amazon's back ordered until December 21st
Oh, wow.
on the Paperwhite. Yeah.
Oh. Well, they did say, I don't know if you saw the release, that Amazon said that it was like the best-sellingest product of all time. All of their
Right, yeah.
all their
The
Kindles.
entire Kindle line.
Yeah, they sold
Pretty
like
crazy.
twice as many this year as they did last year, even. In true Amazon fashion, they did not tell us how many units that is because they like to keep that very close to the chest. So, yeah,
Right.
who knows how long they're going to be sold out for, even.
I know, and I'm hoping Best Buy gets another stock of it. And now I know the minute I see it, I'll just jump on it.
Yeah.
But other than that, I bought a couple of some summer clothes, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, pretty good price actually too. And every Cyber Monday, I always like stock up on wine because they do a lot of free shipping.
Oh, that's
And so I
right.
bought that. And that was really it. That was the only thing I bought. I mean, there was a TV I really had my eye on, the Panasonic ST50, but no one discounted it. It was still pretty pricey.
Oh.
Dan, anything that you snapped up this?
You know, honestly, I think the universe was conspiring against me. It's like that. It's like that old Murphy's Law saying: "When I have money, there's nothing I want to buy, and then when there's deals out there, I have no money."
Right.
It was like one of those things. Like you know, we had a couple unexpected expenses go out, so we were running tight. And it's like I'm sitting there. Oh, I really want that electric dog polisher, or whatever the deal was at the time. It's like I wanted a new TV because the one upstairs died, and I'm sitting there watching all these TVs go by. It's like very sad. So no, I didn't buy one iota of anything on this. So in one sense, I saved myself a lot of money because I didn't have a lot of money.
Well, it's probably for the best.
Sure, thanks for the consolation.
Yeah, I'm just saying, save money in this time. I don't know. I'm trying to help.
Yeah, you're like that little penny jar on the counter at convenience stores. Take a penny, give a
saved
penny.
is a penny earned, Dan.
Yeah, whatever.
You'll be happy that you didn't buy a new TV because new TVs get better as the year progresses, right? Isn't
Sure.
that it?
We'll go with that.
When do they get their best?
Towards the end of the year when the new models come out.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
So, but in retrospect, I think that's fine, like you said, because I did put in a word to my wife to get me a new Kindle HD for Christmas.
Oh,
So
everyone's going for the tablets, huh?
Yeah, I'm finally breaking down to get one just because I've got like 10,000 free Amazon books. So
Right.
might as well have somewhere to put them.
Yeah, and with a free app every day, Oh, it sounds like an Amazon
right.
commercial. Let's back away from this.
Yeah,
I was even looking at the Nexus 7, but that sold out too. It was like everything sold out. I remember also I was like, oh, you know what? If I see a good deal on the iPad 3, I'll get one for my dad because my dad's been showing a lot of interest in the iPad, dropping hints that he wants an iPad, and it just sold out everywhere. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, they went fast. That was one thing I noticed. Deals did not last.
Right.
Yeah, they never do around this time of year.
They don't.
Have a short attention span. Those deals, they're
Exactly.
here and then gone, like mayflies or June flowers. Or
Now, speaking of mayflies, did you buy anything, Jeff? No, that was the best segue I could get. I'm sorry.
I bought that deal on mayflies.
Yes.
If that's where you're going with this. No, the weird thing is that like. I don't know. Maybe it's just I was overstimulated with deals this year, but just like sitting down and working on deals as we do during this time of year, and just like hammering them out. There were ones where I was like, "Oh, I should look into that later," and then never did, and it would expire.
All right.
There were a few things that I totally missed out on because I was like, "Oh, I have to remember to look into that," and then it was gone by the time I got around to it. The only thing that I did take advantage of was a sale that was on Thanksgiving, and it was a 3-hour long sale. And I remember at the end of the day, it went until like, I don't know, 10 or something like that. So at the end of my shift at 8, I like sat down, I'm like watching TV, I'm like, just relaxing. at like 9:45. I was like, it like occurred to me, and I like jumped up, and it was a gift from my wife, so I like got onto my computer. I'm like, don't look, and I just started like hammering away at the keyboard to buy something. So that's all I could say about it. But yeah, so she lucked out because it was a great deal. She wouldn't have gotten it otherwise. So that's how much I love you, baby. All right. All right, let's see. So besides us not spending anything on Black Friday for the most part, it turns out it was a pretty profitable time for everyone involved. What are some of these numbers that we've been seeing here, Lewis?
Yeah, according to ComScore, they said that online spending on Black Friday just hit a record. $1.04 billion is what we all spent together on Black Friday online.
The three of us?
Yeah,
Where did you get my credit card?
Somebody must have got into my bank account then. No wonder it's empty. That's why.
And this is the first year that it's been over $1 billion, right?
Right. It's up, I think they said 26% from last year.
That is quite a jump over last year. So everyone was out there buying stuff. It just wasn't us.
Yeah.
Let's see, what other these numbers do we have here? Another factoid from. I guess is this just going to be like Black Friday factoids?
Probably.
Read off these things. Let's see. Amazon was reportedly like the most visited online retailer.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could totally see that.
Yeah. Let's see. Followed by Walmart, Best Buy, Target, and Apple. So 57.3 million Americans visited online retail on Black Friday, which is pretty good. That's an increase of 18%.
Wow.
And seeing as how Deal News' core message is essentially to shop online rather than in store, that's an 18% victory for Deal News.
Awesome.
You're welcome, America. So how long do you think it's, I mean, the trend over time here is year over year we see more people shopping online on Thanksgiving, Black Friday, whatever. And with this new generation of kids being so used to doing everything on the computer, do you think that in-store deals actually have like a life expectancy to them, where there will come a time where the generation that wants to go and wait in line for the best deals is just going to die off, and it's going to be all kids just like, why would I go wait? They're going to have most of the deals online anyway.
That's a good question.
You know, is this where we're headed? Is this the eventuality?
Yeah, I think stores might have to spin it somehow differently. Because I think kids would still go online to like wait for the new Wii U, you know, but they won't do it for like a 60-inch plasma from Walmart. So they might have to spin it differently, like I don't know, dress up as your favorite Nintendo character and be first in line at Walmart, and you get a free Wii U.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's like dressing up for like a cow at Chick-fil-A to get a free sandwich.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, dress up as a Wiimote and you'll get 5% off.
But no, you bring up a good point, Jeff, because I wonder years from now into the future.
Let's
prognosticate. Exactly, but I mean, what is going to happen? I mean, is it going to get to the point to where the retail outlets just become a big will call place, and kids just stand out in front with their laptops or their pads and wait till midnight, all try to jump online at the same time to get the deal, and then just walk up and pick it up right there, instead of having to run into the store.
Right. They're all going to see who has the fastest fingers, you know.
Yeah.
The door opens online, and you got to, like, hit it and then get to the store. But, I mean, why would they probably wouldn't even line up then. You know,
that's true.
Like, I'll ship it to my home, unless they need it, you know, that night.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the future of Black Friday in retail is going to be. I mean, is this one of these things where we predict that it's always going to trend towards whatever is really, to our mind, smartest and easiest? But is this kind of like old people predicting the death of rock and roll, in that like people continue to listen to it despite, you know, what anyone else might think? There will maybe always be a portion of society that will go shop in line, wait online to do it, wait in line to do it, because that's what they know. It's, I don't know. How long is it going to take before it dies out?
Yeah, because I think I read online somewhere, it was either Walmart or Target, one of the guys that opened up at 9 or 8 p.m., they did record sales. So, I mean, if it worked out for them, then I'm guessing next year they're going to be like, oh, let's do 7 p.m.,
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like the trend is dying out. If anything, it seems like it's increasing.
That's true. Maybe I'm looking at this wrong. Maybe overall people are increasing, but it's not, the people shopping online are not detracting from the people who shop in store.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Still
It seems like it's growing on in both directions, online and in store. So people are just shopping like crazy, basically.
Yeah,
Doesn't it seem like it's becoming more of a social event as well? You know what I mean? It's like, even though it's a pain in the rear to get up at 11:30 after having turkey dinner and go down and stand in line and wait around until the doors open, then you've got to elbow a bunch of people out of the way to go get a TV. I mean, in some way, it's kind of like going to a hockey game or a football game, right? It's a social element of getting out and doing something. So I mean, I guess in some strange way, I can see why people still do it. But man, I'm just too old, I guess, to go stand in line to save $20 on a TV. Yeah. Maybe that's it.
Tailgating, you got to look at it as like an event like that. But is it? I don't know. People tailgate because then you get the experience of seeing your favorite team play. Tailgating to then have the experience of buying a cheap television doesn't quite seem the same. But that's right. Just me. That's why I don't wait in line.
Right.
For those things now, to
maybe there'll be teams of professional shoppers. It'll be like a rollerball or something.
Right. I feel like last year someone did that. They were like offering their services to wait in line for you.
Oh, really?
Black Friday. Yeah. I'll have to look that up. I could be making that up. And if I am making that up, then copyright, that's my idea.
I'll be doing I was about to say, that's not a bad idea for people who don't want to go to the store.
Right.
All right, let's see. What other Black Friday factoids can we slam into your brains, listeners? There's one here that says that Black Friday might be just a bunch of meaningless hype. What does that mean, Louis?
Yeah, it was kind of funny. This was actually from the Washington Post, I believe. They did kind of like a little bit of a rant where they were like, oh, you know what, Black Friday is this, Black Friday is that. And they said it's just a bunch of hype from retailers. The sales aren't any different from any other sales, whatever. And one thing that they said, which was kind of interesting, though, was that they mentioned that the more people, if Black Friday sales are really high, then that means that holiday sales are going to be really low because that means people blow through their entire budget on Black Friday. So come, let's say December 15th, they're like, crap, my credit cards are maxed, I'm out of cash, I just found that kind of interesting. It's a different perspective,
Yeah, I mean, the news always promotes Black Friday as like an indicator of how excited people are to shop this year,
Right.
And it might actually mean the exact opposite. That's a good point, if there are so many really good deals on Black Friday that you go through your entire budget in one day,
that's true.
Did you see that Americans are expected to spend around $750 per person on?
Whoa, that's pretty generous.
Really?
Yeah,
it's very generous.
Nobody spent $750 on me.
not on per person.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I know 4 people. I'm doomed.
I was just about to call my wife right now.
I mean, combined in total, each person spends.
Okay. Right. Gifts that someone else is buying.
Got it.
For other people, total 700. At least I hope that's what they mean.
Yeah, it's like $750 per person. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, I don't think so.
If the economy you're listening,
no wonder everyone gives me horrible looks during the Christmas season. As I walk home with multiple televisions, and I've just given them socks.
That's right. You're $740 under the limit, my friend.
It's being frugal. It's just being frugal. Penny saved.
700 in total. It still sounds pretty generous. I think. I mean, I don't think I've ever tallied. I've never tallied how much I spend, but that seems pretty decent. It seems pretty good.
I would think on the average for me anyway, and I don't think I'm a big. Well, maybe some people would differ that I'm a big cheapskate during the holidays, but I would say my average is probably about, including my wife's present, probably about 400, maybe 455 at the most, including like stocking stuffers and things like that.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think I'd go between 5 to 600 because I usually end up for my parents. I get them the same thing. I always get them Broadway tickets, and that's easily $200, $300 right there. I think I average about 5, 6 or so. I'm not close to. I don't think I've ever hit 7. I don't think so.
Yeah, that's a lot of money, man.
Yeah, it does seem like a lot, doesn't it?
How much do you spend, Jeff?
Let's see. Construction paper is about $1.50. Tape and some noodles to make a frame.
Well, those little bottles of glitter is $1.25.
I don't know. I always like going above and beyond on the during the holidays. I do. I know it's a cliche, but for me it does feel better to give than it does to receive. Maybe that's just because no one's ever given me anything that I liked.
Wow. Curmudgeon.
But no, I really do like getting and giving things to people. And in the past, I've probably gone a little overboard with that, but $750 still sounds a little bit high, even when you take into account my parents and friends, and even if you take into account the little things that you get for friends, I made cookies for you, whatever,
right? That still costs money.
Yeah, 700. Well, but I guess that's the reason why that's the average is because there's a lot of really wealthy people that spend a lot more, and a lot of people like us that spend a lot less.
I still kind of like the $750 per person thing. I might start purporting that in this household.
Everyone must spend $750 on me.
Please.
That is it. Let's see. On average, shoppers spent $423 during the Thursday to Sunday from Thanksgiving through up to Cyber Monday. Who knows how much more? Yeah. So of that 750 that they say people are going to spend this year, they say that the people who did go shopping on Black Friday already ate up more than half of that budget.
Wow, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. This does not include Cyber Monday statistics yet.
Oh.
Let's see. And the people that were shopping was 35 million people were shopping on Thursday on Thanksgiving itself. So, yeah, like you said, Louis, the store's opening up early. I think they're going to see that and be like, let's do more of that, shall we?
Yeah, that's going to be a growing trend, I think.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Yeah, especially because let me see if I could find that other report. Someone said that they squeezed an extra $25 out of shoppers this Black Friday season. Yeah, because of opening early on Thanksgiving. They say that on average they made an additional $25 per person. But if again you think about that in the grand scheme of things, that's now $25 less they have to spend for the rest of the season. Does that indicate something else? Who knows? But it certainly means that for those merchants, they made $25 extra per person that shopped at their store. That is pretty ridiculous.
Do you think some of the major retailers are just going to get to the point where Thanksgiving night at midnight, they're just going to stay open until like 9 o'clock on Cyber Monday or midnight on Cyber Monday?
I think it's going to be. They're going to open on Wednesday.
Yeah, I could see that.
That would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Early Thanksgiving Black Friday.
Yeah, right? The day before, you've already bought all the things you need, and you can't cook the day before. Why not come in and do some shopping before you then go home? Do your Black Friday shopping before Thanksgiving so that you can sleep in on Black Friday, and then we'll also have a Black Friday.
That's a great tagline, by the way. Do your Black Friday shopping before Thanksgiving so you can cook, and on Black Friday come back again because there's going to be more deals.
All right, I'm going to go out on a limb. I officially named that day Gray Thursday or Gray Wednesday.
Gray Market Thursday. Buy stuff from a guy that you're not really sure is selling real goods.
Nice.
Did you hear that there is now a push? I don't know how long this has been going for, but apparently they're calling today, the day that we record this, Tuesday, the Tuesday after Cyber Monday, they're calling it Mobile Tuesday.
Mobile Tuesday.
Yeah, apparently this is a day when retailers are supposed to offer deals targeted specifically for consumers to buy things from their mobile devices and smartphones.
You know, I found that interesting. Again, I was watching this on the news where they said that the amount of people who shopped from their smartphone, it just, as Dan's shopping from a smartphone, has grown.
I'm looking to spend that $750. Hold on.
To date, I don't think I've ever bought something, aside from apps, I don't think I've ever bought anything from my smartphone. I don't know why. It just doesn't, it just doesn't.
It feels weird. I'll say it does.
Weird.
I don't know why it does, but it feels weird to me. I have done it, but it does.
I think it's the speed because it's slow and it's kind of cumbersome. And I mean, when you're at home and you're plugged in or you've got your your fast Wi-Fi connection, it's like fast. It's like bam, 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 and you're gone. Like a phone, it's like touch the icon. Okay, it's loading.
Pick your size, pick your color.
Yeah, and it takes forever. By the time you finish doing it, it's already out of style. So doesn't make sense.
It's funny that you say that it's too slow because I also find that not only is it too slow, but it's also too easy. It kind of reminds me of the first time I ever fired a gun, where it was like a .22 rifle, like this range. No, this is what people can shoot guns in America. It's something we should do.
But I'm just sitting there going shopping, shooting a gun. Right.
No, hear me out. I'm getting there.
Keep Jeff away from the bell tower, people, with his rifle.
It was the zombie apocalypse. I was in the mall. I had a .22.
All right.
No, hear me out. So, I remember like shooting it, and afterwards, the thing that I took away from it was like that was too easy. That was really easy to do. Like shooting a gun is like the easiest thing in the world. You feel like with something that powerful, it should be harder. You should actually have to work at it. But it's just, I don't know, they just felt too easy to do. So for me to buy things on my phone feels too easy for me.
Yeah. It's like whoa, I just spent $100.
Yeah, exactly.
One thing. Whoa, it's a little too easy.
Like a slip of a finger, and you buy two of them accidentally. And like, oh, I can't go back. But like, I don't know, I feel more in control on a desktop computer, and it can be done faster, whereas it feels too easy to do and slower on a phone. You know what I mean? It's like it's just way too easy to do. I don't know. Should I not have talked about guns?
Well, if that black van is pulling up in front of your house,
they are listening all the time.
But you bring up a good point. I mean, if the connection was as fast as your desktop, as fast and clear, would you buy more from your phone? Like, say you're out somewhere riding the subway and you're hanging out and, I'll just go on Amazon and see what's up. Oh, look at this, Angry Birds Texas Chainsaw Massacre edition is for $5. So you just grab that and I don't know. Would you buy more if it was faster on your phone?
I don't think personally I would, because I'm terrible at impulse purchases, because I'll be
really?
yeah, I want that. No, I really don't want that.
Right,
I'll put it back. I'll be like, I don't deserve this, and I'll put it back, So like, if I see something on my phone, I'll be like, oh, I should really buy this. Let me think about it, and I'll put it down, and then the sale goes away.
Let me see if I could find it cheaper. Is there a coupon out there for it? And then you buy it. It just seems like there's too many steps before you just impulse buy something. At least for me, there is.
Yeah. Did you guys notice that this year there seemed to be fewer coupons, and most retailers were giving like the final deal, or was it just the deals I was doing? I didn't notice a lot of coupons. I mean, well, there were coupons, but not the enormous number that they used to have.
I don't know. I mean, I do know that like whole swaths of retailers, like that's kind of all they offered for Black Friday was like a coupon. So if you did any deals like that, you're like, I don't know, I can't even remember. I did so many.
I know. They've all become a blur.
Yeah, I was going to say like Sephora offered like a coupon, but I don't think they did. I think that was like Cyber Monday free shipping coupon or something. But I don't know if many of like the individual deals that we found, I don't know. I didn't see enough of them or have a big enough overview of them to be able to
I think that was one of our cheers, was that Newegg didn't require as many coupons as they normally do, because like it always goes like for Newegg newsletter subscribers use this coupon and you get whatever, and it seems like they did away with that this year.
Yeah. Let's go through some of the cheers and jeers. Every year, Deal News editors and writers tally up what we saw the best and worst of during Black Friday from a consumer perspective, things that would really cheese you off or make you applaud during the season. Like Lewis said, Newegg's kind of stopped doing kind of coupon runarounds during that time, which is awesome because they had some good prices and you didn't have to like fiddle around with a coupon field. And there's the worst. You have to like log in before you can apply a coupon.
Right, yeah.
So good for them. Though, should that really be a cheers? Cheers for you not doing something stupid you normally do. It's like, well, you wised up, I guess. Hopefully they continue doing that. What were you guys' favorites of the cheers and jeers this year?
Oh my gosh, the biggest one for me that I was about ready to stick a fork in my eye was Google shopping dying.
Yeah, the price comparison engine, right?
Oh, it was killing me.
Yeah, ridiculous. You go to check on the price of something, and it's like, oh, we're not working. Sorry.
Right. Come back later.
Yeah. Yeah, and think about all of the other people who, comparison shopping on that day, just to
going on. Yeah.
That. Yeah. It's so weird though to think that there were so many people comparison shopping on that day. Is that what took it down?
That's what I was thinking.
Right.
It had to be something. It must have overloaded.
Yeah, maybe Google didn't imagine, because I mean, if you're running Google, if you're Mr. Google, and you're getting ready for Black Friday. Do you even think to get ready for Black Friday? Do you even think like, oh, well, people are going to be comparison shopping more today? It's not something that would have crossed my mind, to think that like, oh, on the biggest shopping day of the year, more people are going to use our price comparison engine than ever. I don't know. Is that something that would occur to them? Probably to Google.
I can imagine it would be a bit of a hassle to reboot all 420 trillion servers.
Yes, one guy just
running
and back on, next and off.
Worst job in the world.
Well, what do? I turn things on and off for Google. I'm so sorry. My favorite cheers of this year was something that it's bittersweet because it kind of put me to shame a little bit. I was part of the I was kind of the one that predicted that there would be no better cell phone deals than free this year. Last year, we saw Amazon reduce a whole swath of Android phones to 1 cent during their penny pincher sale. And I was like, a lot of people are going to do that again this year, but we're not going to see for-profit deals because we hadn't seen a for-profit cell phone deal in like 5 years.
Long time.
Up until Black Friday, where it seemed like every phone was coming with like $100 gift card to either Amazon, Walmart, or what was the other one? Best Buy? Did they also?
Best Buy, maybe? I know Walmart for sure because I actually saw the Walmart ad on TV. I saw the commercial on TV for it.
Yeah.
So they were really promoting it.
Yeah, so you could finally have gotten a phone with profit. I mean, if you consider a gift card to Amazon for profit, which you should since they sell everything.
Right.
The weirdest cell phone deal I saw this year, however, was, did you guys see that if you bought anything at Joseph A. Bank, like a suit or some trousers, you got a free Android phone?
What? I missed that.
I didn't see that.
Ridiculous. I think it was like Thursday night. My shift was over. We were eating some pie and watching we DVR the parade and watch it at night. And there was a commercial for Jose Bank, tomorrow only, buy anything and get an Android phone. And I just remember thinking, ugh, I'm going to have to write that up tomorrow. And I did. And I did.
Was it a good phone, or was it kind of, was it one of those like sketchy phones?
They didn't say. They didn't reveal any specs, any models, any makes, nothing. They just said you'll get an Android phone. You had to sign up for a 2-year contract, and that they would send it to you with your order, or like they would send it to you in a couple months after like your order was processed or something.
Unique deal, very unique deal.
Yeah, that was probably the weirdest pairing I've ever heard.
Who are the ad wizards, as they say? Lewis, what were your favorite cheers and/or jeers?
I guess cheers. I have one that's a mixed cheer and jeer. Amazon, their lightning deals. Their lightning deals were really, really impressive. And I say mixed jeer because they also were gone within like
seconds.
Not even a minute. Yeah, exactly. Not even a minute.
Yeah, it's like, oh, new lightning and sold out. No.
Yeah, exactly.
Great. I mean, who gets them then? I mean, there must be someone that gets them, right? I would love to talk to one of those people that got like a popular Lightning deal. But yeah,
how did you do it? What's your trick?
What was your trick? Yeah, they've got like some sort of sniping tool, I think, built for Amazon. Like, okay, it's coming on, buy it. Yes, oh, I got it.
I run my own Blade server in order to get the latest Lightning deals. Did you think there's some guy that created a bot, like a computer program that will buy him $50 worth of random stuff from Amazon every month?
What?
So if you can code that to happen, you can code them to jump on the Lightning deals. I don't know.
I would love to see what shows up in his mailbox.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Could you imagine?
I mean, it just randomizes from whatever Amazon sells and buys multiple items up to $50, and then
Here's some
sends them
kitty
off to
litter
us.
and a
Yeah.
Batman action figure and some gummy bears.
It would be a really neat experiment to see what he gets and like what the ratio of, that's cool, I'll keep that, to more press on nails,
To just,
sort of thing. The one jeer that I would like to point out, this one is aimed again at Best Buy, who led our jeers section last year. So keep up the good work. It's a repeat
good Lord.
for you at Best Buy. Apparently, they were offering advertising free shipping on everything, but then during certain parts of the day, shipping would. And we lost Lewis. Lewis will not hear the story about Best Buy.
That would be one of our jeers.
Yeah, jeers is that the Google Hangouts drops Lewis at the end of. It's always at like 36 minutes.
I know.
Into our
It's
recording.
very sad.
Very weird.
So anyway, what did Best Buy buy?
Best Buy they offered free shipping on everything, but at some point they must have had like a server meltdown or maybe
Right.
just really bad judgment on the parts of the higher up, because they started attaching a $3.50 handling fee on top of all orders. So pretty much negating all of their great deals that they were offering, because for a lot of times Best Buy free shipping will make it for you.
Wow, I didn't see any of that on the deals that I was doing from Best Buy. Those must have happened later on in the day.
Probably deals you wrote had to be canceled.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Expired, only to like a couple hours later realize that stopped, and then we had to put them all back up again.
Yeah.
So
This is year 2, man. They get one more year and then they're out of here.
And Lewis is back.
Oh, what happened
Lewis?
I
there?
don't know.
Was it just me?
Yeah, you hit a pothole or something.
Yes.
That's all right. You're back. And secondly, Best Buy also had a problem with their tax calculation system, and they said, "But don't worry, buy it anyway, and we'll just charge you the tax later once our system is back up."
Oh, nice.
No
That
thanks.
sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks. Imagine if you're buying like a TV where the tax is like $90, $100.
Right. What is it? New York, 8 3/4. So it's like, okay, the TV is $900. Multiply that by 8 3/4. Add that to it. How much am I going to be paying? Who knows? So, Dan, any other jeers you want to cover?
The one thing that impressed me this year the most was the hard drive deals. Because last year I was like sitting there going, because I wanted to buy a SSD so bad, and I couldn't find one, and all the sales, like the one, I think, who was it? Was it what was the company that had that $1 a gigabyte sale that they were doing? And of course, $60 for a 60 gigabyte SSD is like nothing now, but back in the day when I was young. Yeah, but it seemed like there was a lot more external storage and stuff on the cheap, way cheaper than last year for sure, and a lot more of it. So that was kind of exciting.
Yeah, I wonder if we know that production is still getting back on its feet after the flooding in Thailand, which caused last year's surfeit, is that right? Lack. I'll say lack, just in case I'm wrong. Lack of hard drive deals last year. So maybe, I don't know, do you think it's them getting back on their feet and being able to offer this, or do you think that this is from merchants being like, well, we didn't have any hard drive deals last year, people lamented that, maybe we can use them as a loss leader to get people in and buy more stuff? I don't know.
I don't know if I'm buying the whole shortage thing because of the flooding. That happened, I remember this happening years ago when they said that a RAM factory over in Taiwan caught on fire, and Mac RAM was going for like $900 a gigabyte and things like
Whoa.
that. And it was just crazy. This was years and years ago. But it's like, well, nothing ever really happened. Then it kind of dwindled off. It seems like, all right, I'll be a conspiracy theorist. It's kind of like gas. It is. It's like gas prices. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, it dips down during the slower months, and then, oh, hey, here it comes on 4th of July weekend. It spikes up to, $85 a gallon.
Well,
so,
there are people controlling that price. You think that there's the Illuminati is behind.
Yes, the Giganati.
Exactly. There are people that get together in a shrouded, dark room wearing robes talking about what they're going to price per gigabyte.
Exactly, per gigabyte. We need to make more money.
I like that they are back. Hopefully this means that we're going to continue to see better deals on hard drives. I haven't even considered buying a hard drive for the past 2 years because prices have just been ridiculous, but it looks like, at least with Black Friday, they are back. Lewis, any last cheers or jeers that you want to handle?
It's all I can think of for me personally. A couple of sites were slow.
Yeah.
You would think that by now they would get their act together, but I mean,
I mean, if Google can get taken, Google product search can be taken down. I mean,
exactly, yeah. I guess that kind of like that also goes along with like what all the analysts like ComScore and stuff are saying that that everything was record breaking. So.
Yeah, exactly. Every year you think you're ready. Maybe they were basing it on like 10% more than last year or 20% more than last year.
Right.
Whoops, it's 30.6% more than last year. You can't. But it does seem like there were fewer sites taken down this year.
Yes. Right. Yeah, I didn't notice any site go completely down.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like Amazon.
Whoops.
Who knew people wanted to buy things? And from our lightning deals. The last cheers that I want to give is the one that is at the end of this Cheers and Jeers thing. I want to say a massive cheers to all of the Deal News staff, you guys included, for working so hard during this time and really writing up those deals and putting in a lot of hours so that people can have a better shopping experience during this time. So it takes.
It was good. It was actually, this one was not as chaotic feeling.
Is it because you're used to it by now?
I think I'm numb, Jeff. I'm just numb to it now.
Just numb to it.
And a big cheers to you two who continue to podcast despite how I treat you every week.
Yeah, I'll just be expecting that $750 present for Christmas this year, so mark that down.
Keep waiting, Dan. Keep waiting.
Yeah. Hey, if I could throw out just one more cheer,
yes,
I would like to send a big cheer out to the 5 people that I actually converted from going out and shopping to going on Deal News and shopping.
Ah, cool.
Because I sat and talked to people like all throughout the week prior, right? Because everyone's emailing me going, where are the best deals going to be? Where do I need to go? And I'm going, people, have you not known by now to just stay home and go on Deal News? And so I finally, I guess I berated them enough to where they finally broke down. And they did, and they reported back saying that they got some screaming deals, and they were sorry that they didn't listen to me earlier.
Nice. Very good. Very good. So, we need more deal evangelists like you going out there and converting the masses.
Exactly. I'll put my robe on and get a deal water.
Join that coven of people that decide hard drive prices. Oh, no, that's not what you want.
No, that's a different. That's the other society I belong to.
Yeah. All right, guys, we are done. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you, Jeff.
Listeners, for links to today's stories, Twitter feeds, blog links, and more, go to our show notes page. Also, feel free to send us feedback to podcast@dealnews.com. I'm Jeff Somogyi. Goodbye. I'm in a loop.